Hi guys, it's Shell, Sunbury Housewives. Welcome back to another DIY. If you're new to our channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see future DIYs. Today, I am making an adorable farmhouse kitchen sign using something I already had in my kitchen. So let's go ahead and get started. I've had this sign for close to 20 years. It's been hanging over my kitchen stove. It is disgusting. So I decided to take it down, tear it apart, clean it up, and make it into something new. So the first thing I'm doing is tearing it apart, taking all the pieces off, and I'm gonna save the rusted hinges because I'm gonna reuse those, but I'm gonna zhuzh them up a little bit. And I, of course, took the back out, and I'm taking off the wire hanger. I'm not gonna use that. But I'm not going to get rid of it because you never know when it might come in handy. And then I am going to give this frame a really good cleaning. I did not realize how nasty this thing was. It was disgusting. So I cleaned this very well, and then I am going to give it a very, very decent sanding to get off anything that was still left. I didn't take it down to the bare wood because it wasn't necessary. And I am going to be starting very, very soon, and this is just part one of it, of redoing our kitchen, making it over on a budget. And so I've got some stuff that's going to be coming, but thanks to Amazon not delivering stuff very, very quickly, it's going to probably not happen until probably either the end of this month or May sometime. So look for those videos coming soon. So the middle that I took out, I was going to use the front, but then I couldn't really take off the front. But then I realized said Navarre, Ohio, which is actually up where my husband grew up. So I decided to just use the back. So I cleaned it up and sanded it a little bit. And there's some holes that I decided to just spackle to cover those. And it didn't really matter because once it was done, you can't even see the holes anyway, because when I put it back in, they're covered by the frame. So the frame, I'm just giving one coat of the Waverly chalk paint and ink. And the back of this board, I end up giving it a total of 3 coats. I give them 3 light coats. And now I move on to the hinges. I am actually going to, after I clean it, I'm giving it of this folk art sterling silver and gunmetal. I'm just gonna take like a beauty makeup sponge and dab it on because I still want a little bit of that rust coming through. And like I said, I've had this sign for almost 20 years and I cannot honestly remember if they were rusted before. I think they were, but it's very possible that they weren't. But I do want some of that rust coming through. So then I do, from the black, when I painted the frame, I do dab on a little bit of black onto the hinges as well. So here's the second coat. I didn't film the third coat because you know how that goes. So I did, on my Silhouette Cameo, create a this thing that said Farmhouse Kitchen, and it's got the animals stacked on top of each other. So I just cut that out onto some black vinyl, and I'm going to put that onto the board instead of painting it on or using it as a stencil. I just figured this would be easier because by now I got tired of painting. Now that the hinges are dry, I am going to put them back onto the frame. And I have not painted the screws yet. I was waiting for them to be back into the frame, and then I'm just going to quickly dab back over those. So I'm just going to put those back on. Oh, and I did use a sawtooth hanger, and then I'm gluing in the board back in, and then going to, what am I doing now? Oh, I'm cleaning up the extra glue that just seeped through. And then I'm gonna apply my decal. So it's just super easy. Once I put the transfer tape on, I just rub it back down again, front and back, to make sure that it's good and adhered to the transfer tape. And then I just slowly peel it back, making sure I get all the words and my little people, well, I guess they're animals. And once I do, I'll line it up onto the board and then use my squeegee to smooth it out, make sure that it's all got all the bubbles out. Now, if you don't have a silhouette or a cameo, you can always print something out and then just use the pencil on the back of the paper and trace it and then paint it, which is what I used to do before I got a silhouette. So I absolutely love how this turned out. I am so happy, and I cannot wait to hang this. Although I did not hang it yet, seeing how I'm going to use this for my remodel. I just stuck it up on my fireplace right now, and this is how it turned out. I cannot wait to get started on my kitchen remodel on a budget. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.